get the link real quick. I don't even know if Kevin's awake tonight or not, but I'll send him the link just in case he wants to join. Alright. Okay. Well, that's loud. Okay, so I just had to fight with OBS for the better part. Whoops, don't want to change that. I just had to fight with OBS for the better part of an hour trying to get this to fucking work and record. I don't know why it stopped working, but it just fucking did. So you'll see that I have 2 more save slots, and the reason for that is it's 11:20, which is the cutoff of Heaven rescuing Nanako, which we did before, and it's the first point where you can get one of the endings, and you can get the other ending fairly soon afterwards. So I'm going to try and get both of them tonight. I am tired and my voice does still hurt from earlier, so no promises. I might not get both of them, but I'm going to try. Oh yeah, I also finished Naoto's social link. And Yosuke's. I haven't finished Rise's yet, though.
Oh, there he is!
Take a look at this. Namatame's in today's paper. So it's finally over.
Yeah, seriously. I wish we could have done it sooner. Isn't the fog kind of thick this morning? It's so chilly.
It rarely gets this cold in November.
Oh, it's you guys. Perfect timing.
Hello,
Just got a
Cabbage
call
Patch.
from the hospital. They said that starting today, it's okay to visit Nanako-chan.
So she's getting a little better. Thank goodness.
Oh, is that today's paper? So you already know about him. Well, the perp's been caught, so yeah. He's still mentally unstable, but we're slowly piecing together a story. This is still a secret, but I guess it's okay to tell you guys. You know that diary we found? There were entries about Miss Yamano and Miss Konishi in it. Looks like Namatame had been making advances on Miss Konishi.
That son of a bitch!
Yeah, well, I'm gonna head to the hospital now. Dojima-san's recovering too, so I need to go over a few things about this case with him.
Yosuke.
Sorry. I'm alright. Namatame's been caught. He can't hurt anyone now. But forget him. Let's all go visit Nanako-chan after school.
Of course!
Let's tell the others once we get to school.
I'll just preface this by saying I'm not gonna talk a whole lot during this, because this is a long sequence of events that's gonna happen, and it's all very heavily dialogue based. But I didn't want to go full no commentary, so meeting in the middle.
Everyone's here to see you.
Big bro.
Dojima-san! Ugh. How many times does this make it today? I understand that you're worried about your daughter, but you still need your rest too.
Sorry.
Are your injuries that bad?
Well, my wounds are just closed up, and it seems I have a couple of fractures as well.
I'm sorry. I'll wheel him back to his room immediately.
What are you apologizing for?
It's almost time for your checkup, so make sure you're back in your room before then.
Big bro. Stay here.
Her condition is stable for now, but I never thought I'd say this as a doctor, but we still can't figure out the cause of Nanako-chan's symptoms. That's why we can only administer temporary treatments to alleviate her current pains.
But she's not in danger anymore, is she?
She's regained consciousness, but we can't let our guard down yet. All we can do for now is to monitor her condition closely.
Adachi, how's it going with Namatame?
Well, he's awake now, but he's in no condition to tell us anything useful. We only get a little time each day to interrogate him. So we're stuck until his strength recovers.
I see. I should get back to work as soon as possible. Hopefully by then, Nanako will be out of the hospital.
I think Nanako-chan can get more peace and quiet if she stays here. It's so foggy out, and there's been some weird rumors going around. Seems like no one knows why there's so much fog in town.
It's true. The number of patients complaining about fog-related health problems has increased, which is quite unusual. I can't say for sure that it has no effect on the human body. It certainly could be a psychological effect. People's anxiety over the fog could cause problems. But as far as the fog's chemical makeup, well, that's not my field, so I can only speculate. What concerns me is that transportation of our medical supplies has been delayed due to the fog.
Fog-related health problems. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Anyone who says that is just blowing smoke.
I mean, in this case, it's actually kind of true. That fog is not good. It's not poison. The one in the Hollow Forest is. But it's hard to explain. Ow.
Isn't this weather strange? How could it be lasting so long?
I've never seen anything like it.
I wonder what's causing it. It's so creepy. I heard that a friend of mine's son got sick from the fog.
Oh, hey, Fall just liked and retweeted the stream.
You know how
Hopefully that means
sensitive
people watch.
children are to that sort of thing.
That would be nice.
I heard something too. They say an old man was driving through the fog and got into an accident.
Hear that, Dojima? You're an old
Did he lose
man.
control?
Well, he'd never been in an accident or even gotten a ticket before, so something seems off. Isn't that scary?
I've even heard there are experts saying it's poisonous. I wonder if that's true.
Do you think it's, because of that global warming thing? This town's changed a lot over the years. I wish the government would step in and do something about this.
Oh, I agree completely. If we're going to pay taxes, I expect the authorities to do
I
their
find this
jobs.
entire dialogue interaction hilarious.
This fog is poison! It's a gas filled with viruses! The
Don't inhale the fog, or you'll die!
You'll die, he says. Believe him, he's smart.
He's not the first one like that I've seen lately.
Poisonous gas, though?
Oh, I'm sure it's not true.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
Oh my. I think I'm coming down with something.
You can't be serious. Oh, that's right. I needed to do some grocery shopping. Well then.
Business has been so slow lately.
How many days does it take? I think it's like 3 days before it happens. You can tell the music's changed because the fog is here now.
Hey,
Trying to finish out Rise's social link. I think it's on rank 7 right now.
what? Good night, Senpai.
Again, it's sort of toxic. It's... So, what's happening is the fog in the Hollow Forest is leaking out into the real world. But it's the effects of being in the Hollow Forest that are poisonous. So the fog isn't actually doing anything. They just think it is. But if it stays too long, then it will start to do something, basically. And that's actually the whole plot of this next chunk of the game. Alright, Ryusei, be available. Broske. She's talking about Teddy, by the way. God damn it, Ryusei, you're not available. God damn it. Is there anyone else's social link at school I can do? Guess I could level a kanji. Go talk to Ko for the first time in God knows how long. I can't even talk to Ko. He's fucking...
Yo.
Oh, right, it's because it's before tests.
Hey!
Maybe I'll just hang out with Yukiko, see what she's up to.
Oh.
We'll hang out with Best Girl.
I love you.
And then they fucked.
Just a little.
That's literally just me skipping a day because I have no other options for shit to do. Because Risei's not gonna want to hang out until fucking test pass, probably. And then after the test, I'm pretty sure it goes straight into the final arc of the game. Well, final arc of base game. I did meet the criteria for the golden ending, so I will be doing that. Who is it down here? Brisket? Sure, we'll hang out with Brisket.
Whoa!
Again, just skipping time at this point. I could just go to sleep, but like, might as well at least fake having relationships with people. It's a day off, so actually Reese might be available. Suppose if nothing else, I could ride my scooter and unlock the beach. I haven't actually done that yet. Looks like Reese doesn't want to do social link shit, but we'll go with Thought Springs. Might as well just level up all out attack.
Come on.
Oh, so I can still do the janitor social link. Okay, that's cool. I only just started it, so I've got like fucking enough points in it, but it's something to do at night. Reese's not out, so yeah, we'll do the janitor social link.
Nice work. I'm Sayoko Uehara. Nice to meet you.
Gonna give me a handy here in a minute. I'm a fun thing to do. Get it? It's just a Facebook thing. Devil social link started.
I'll see you again.
Pretending that it's natural is actually the exact opposite of what they should be doing. Come on, Rise. Be available. And she's there, but she's not available. God damn it. Sure, we'll go visit Nanako. The more time we spend with Nanako, the more it'll hurt here in a few minutes. Got to harvest plant. Do I have any wheat seedlings? I don't. So we'll just keep doing daikon. Need them radishes. No Rise, so we'll go to the janitor. Go to the janitor. That's good English. It's the best English. Sorry about the yawn, guys. Like I said, I'm pretty tired.
Nice work.
You could say that.
I'll see you again.
You just got a mood mood buff. Like in English. I'm pretty sure it's Giza, but this one I actually don't remember, so I'm gonna Google it. Oh, it's actually Khufu. Come on, Naoto. Come on, Naoto. Or not Naoto, Rise. Finish Naoto's. Yes, Rise. Thank God. Pretty sure 8 is the rank you can romance her as well.
Senpai! Uh-huh. should I have? Heck, maybe our shop should do something like this. How about a gunmo kebab? Or a tofu croquette?
Well, if it isn't Rise-chan.
You're the deputy mayor, right? Good afternoon.
I heard the news. You know, about the upcoming film. You haven't heard yet? You know Kaname, right? Kaname Mashita. They're gonna be filming nearby, right? I hope they stop by Inaba, too. Oh, I know. Why don't you ask?
Kanamin. I don't have anything to do with them anymore.
But wait, how many are coming? We only have small bed and breakfasts around here. Got it! They can stay at the Amagi Inn. All right, I need to go tell that manager guy I was just talking to.
Dude totally walked the wrong
Rise-chan.
direction.
Nice to see you.
Inoue-san, what do you want today?
I'm down here scouting film locations, so I thought I'd come see you. I wanted to hear your answer one more time, face to face. Are you sure you're not coming back?
I'm not going back.
I see. Okay, I understand. Well, now I can focus on my new job. I signed up as Kaname Mashita's manager. Remember how we were talking about doing that movie? They picked Kaname as your replacement. We're gonna sell Kaname. I have every confidence she'll be just as popular. No, even more popular than Risette.
I see.
Although, Kaname is an ordinary girl, we have to polish her so she sells. But you had that spark.
Moving my microphone just a little bit so it's not directly in front of my computer.
Had that smile that could be as strong or weak as you needed. And those acting skills of yours. You were like an old pro. You could have reached heights most girls could never dream of. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. So, I just had to hear it from your own mouth. Well then, goodbye. Stay healthy, okay?
What the heck? That's not fair. After he made me answer? He never told me any of that when we were still working together. Acting skills? Of course I have them. What the heck? Telling me all that stuff now? It's too late. Hey, why am I crying? There's no reason to cry. There's nothing to be sad about. Nothing. Senpai, I don't know why I'm crying. I can't. My eyes will be all swollen tomorrow. I lost everything. I don't know how, but I lost everything. I'm scared. I'm sad. What's going on? Senpai, please, stay here. Stay by my side. Senpai.
Again, I actually really like Rise Social Link. I think it's one of the best written ones.
Senpai. 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 I have you. I have the others. I didn't lose everything. There are people who need me, right? I'm going home now. My head's all messed up. I need time to think it all over. About how I feel now. I don't want to lose anything more. Goodbye, Senpai.
Oh, hey, Kevin finally showed up. Hey, Kevin. I figured you were asleep. So what you missed is Nanako's in the hospital. She's possibly dying, and we're waiting for the plot to develop because the Sagiri have covered the town in fog. Goal for tonight is to kill Namatame, and then if I'm still feeling up to it, we'll reload the save and then choose the Accomplice Ending. Because you can get that ending pretty much immediately after you kill Namatame. Or I suppose choose not to kill Namatame. Oh yeah, I finally started Nurse Handy, her social link.
My.
Yeah. This is both my favorite and least favorite part of this game, is this entire segment. I think it's some of the best writing in the entire series, and it pulls off the intended effect amazingly, but I also hate how it starts. Specifically the whole interrogation scene, where Yu's just chilling in a chair and there's a TV literally like 2 feet away from him. Like, that part I hate, but everything that comes after it, I love. Have another visit to Nurse Handy.
I'll see you again.
You got another mood buff. Gotta get those positive moodlets. I've been playing Project Zomboid, and that's a game. I keep dying to stupid fucking shit. Like, I ate some berries and accidentally poisoned myself and had to deal with like 20 minutes of my character just like shitting himself and then dying. Oh, is it not Dongo? I thought it was Dongo. Eh. I have maximum knowledge, so I'm not even concerned about it. I'll just have to remember to Google that one. Come on, Risei, be free. Be free, Risei. Yes, thank God. Project Zomboid? It's a fun game. It's been in early access for like 10 years, so it's a crusty game, but it's a fun one. It's sort of like playing like The Sims 1, except there's also zombies everywhere, and like a single scratch will kill your character. Not because of damage, because you'll get, like, infected and there's no way to cure it, and then you just have to watch your character slowly die for, like, 3 hours. I've also been replaying 7 Days to Die, and I really want to stream that, because there was a really big update to it, and it's like a totally new game now, but I'm not it's a fun game to play, but that game gives me weird fucking dreams of, like, zombie hordes and, like, fucking hearing shit breaking down my door in my dream, even though it's not actually happening, and it's a very stressful game. Gonna try and go with Risei. Because I'm pretty sure as soon as finals end, that's when the plot kicks in. Oh, I have nothing to buy. Okay. Fuck you, Tanaka. No wonder you get fucking sent to the dark web. I have to use a broken-ass fucking laptop in Persona 5 to buy anything from him. Oh hey, wheat. Now I'll finally be able to crack open some more chests. You're horrible at FPS games. I am too, actually. I don't play a lot of them. The most FPS games I play are boomer shooters like Doom, Quake. Dusk is really good on Switch. Proteus is really good. I like games like that more than I like games like COD and fucking Halo. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Dusk is really fun. You get to shoot like fucking KKK cult members in the face with a shotgun. God damn it, Risei. Well, I don't think we're gonna see her social and get maxed out tonight. Sure, we'll spend the night with Best Girl. Ending it in style.
Yes.
How do you practice for that? Classic Doom gets a pass because the music and it's fun to play. I love every Doom game. Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3 is the worst, but I still enjoyed it. Doom 64 is fun. Doom 2016 is actually like my favorite shooter of all time. Doom Eternal is hard as fucking balls and I never finished it, but that game's really fun too. Test time. Doom 3 tried to be a survival horror shooter. Yeah, that's my big issue with it. The flashlight in that game is not good. And I don't know why they tried to, like, I can sort of see the horror aspects of Doom with, like, the fucking demon cults and shit, but they did not do it well. They really didn't. The best weapon in any video game is the super shotgun. I actually don't really like the super shotgun, to be entirely honest. Especially in Doom 2016. Because you just didn't find a lot of ammo for it, so I was always, like, waiting to use it. In OG Doom, it's really good, but in Doom 2016, wasn't really a fan of it. They made it really fun in Eternal, though, because you got, like, a flaming meat hook that you could fucking jab people with and zip across the area and shoot them in the face. I actually have some old VODs on my channel of me streaming the entirety of Doom 2016 and, like, the first half of Doom Eternal. The BFG edition mounted the flashlight on your armor. Interesting. Oh, mochi is the answer I was supposed to give there. Duh, I know that. I've eaten mochi before. Talk about the super shotgun. Okay, that makes more sense.
Man, this fog just won't quit. The weather report said it might start snowing soon. But what's going to happen if it snows with all this fog?
Whoa! Where'd you guys come from?
Wow, that's quite a crowd you got there.
We ran into each other back there, so we came together. The fog's so thick that sometimes you can't see your nose in front of your face, so everyone's forming groups now.
It's definitely been weird lately. It's so cold, too.
Visibility's so bad, it's scary. Can I stick close to you, Senpai? This girl never changes.
Except
It
now
really
it's
is
actually
hard to see
fitting because we're
anything in
dating.
this, though. It's just like on the other side.
Guys, put on your glasses!
Whoa, it's all clear.
What the hell's going on?
You'll send me a good
These
Doom 2
glasses
video?
are meant to help us
Alright.
see through the fog in the other world. But putting that aside, no glasses would improve one's visibility in a fog under normal circumstances.
Coming from experience, it actually makes visibility worse.
Be leaking into our world?
Because little, like, water particles get stuck on your glasses and it's fucking
You
terrible.
guys think that's it? I was kind of expecting you to ignore it as
Here
chilly
in
getting
Michigan, it
random
gets
again.
foggy as hell really often.
It's just a thought.
Like, straight up this Inaba level, fucking Silent Hill level fog.
Anyways, today's the last day of exams, right? Let's get them over
There are
with so we
times
can
when
meet
I
up at the
can't even
special
see the
headquarters
buildings
after
across
school.
my apartment complex.
Wow, we haven't used that name in a while.
Alright, so here we go. This is the point of no return for the killing ending. So, as I said at the start, we've got the 3 saves here. This one's gonna be golden. This one's gonna be accomplice. This one's gonna be murder.
Hey, here's a story about the fog. Some specialists are raising concerns that this fog may consist of harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it. Though the government has begun its preliminary investigation, many feel that the causes will be hard to pinpoint. Oh, is this fog really dangerous?
You hardly ever see people walking around town anymore. Or here either.
Everyone's too scared of the fog now to go outdoors much.
It does seem a lot like the fog on the other side. But beyond that, I'm clueless.
There's another item of note here. A
Spoiler
summary
alert,
of
it came from a
Namatami's
giant
career
floating
with
eyeball.
Details about the case. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems she was killed due to relationship troubles. Also in April, Miss Saki Kanishi's body was discovered. The police are looking into a motive for the murder. In July, a boy living in Inaba performed a copycat murder. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the killings, but later suspicion was thrown upon Namatame. Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl of Inaba, resulting in his arrest. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed, so further interrogation has yet to commence.
So it's finally over. A lot of stuff's happened. But all that's left is for the police to build a case for Namatame, right? Whether he confesses or not, it was him who did everything. Getting him convicted is up to your uncle.
But the stuff he was saying was so obviously nuts. If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable. Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence, it's difficult to build a case.
Yes, there are many such cases and culprits. It's the eternal conundrum for crime investigators.
So even if they're caught, the law can't do shit?
It's a possibility.
Hell's up with that! We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving people by killing them run wild on the streets.
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some mental issues. Saki-senpai. No, not just her. Or that announcer.
Again,
Two
easy
morons
answer is
is
just
his
have him
fault.
poke a
If it
TV.
weren't for what he did, nobody would have tried a copycat killing. It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the hospital
It's
right
not
now,
like the
too.
ability to go into TVs ended. Even in Persona 4 Arena and dancing, it's still there. They can still do it.
What's the matter?
Hollow Forest didn't go away.
A Kotatsu?
Oh, then why don't we
Technically,
go check
it's
them out
even
right
in
now?
Persona
I
5.
know Nanako-chan would be psyched if she came home and found a new Kotatsu.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter season's coming up and we just got a bunch of them in stock. All right.
The Hollow
to the
Forest not
houseware
going inside
section
TVs.
For Nanako-chan!
Point clarification. Though I suppose they never actually test it. The Metaverse and the Hollow Forest are the same thing, so
If we're
in
getting a
theory,
Kotatsu, we better get some oranges
the
to complete
Phantom
the set.
Thieves could use a TV.
It's a cliche because
I think
it's
that's
true,
actually brought
right?
up in Persona Q2 at
The
some
best
point.
compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something. Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh, Ted? It's nice and toasty.
Can I still stay here?
In the Kotatsu section, sure.
You kept your promise to me, so I should be going back.
We've
But
been
I
through
don't
this
wanna
before.
Go until Nana-chan gets better.
Of course you can stay. How many times do we have to say this before it gets through to you?
Nanako-chan would be sad if you weren't there when she wakes up.
But I couldn't save Nana-chan.
Don't be silly. We saved her together.
We caught the killer, man. We couldn't have done that without you.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako-chan is still fighting.
You guys. Can I really?
That's right, you're just by yourself at home now, huh?
Hey, why don't we pick out a Christmas present for Nanako-chan while we're at it? Oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital by then.
All right, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time. Seriously. We're clear on this, right?
Don't worry, we'll charge it to
Come
Yosuke.
on, why would we do something like that?
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? I almost pissed my pants when I saw the receipt. How many
Won't
days
be
do you
the
think I
first
had to
time,
work to pay
Yosuke.
that off?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for things.
Ugh. Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like Chie-san's ever had the occasion to help a guy shop before.
What? What did you just say?
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
Stay out of this!
Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nanako-chan on our own.
But what would a girl her age want?
A Rosette doll.
What do you think Nanako-chan would appreciate most?
That's not really for kids. It's still pretty cute. Just like the real thing.
The
All right, as soon
actual
as
good
Nanako-chan's out
answer
of the
is
hospital,
the
we'll
Jack
have a party at
Frost
your
doll.
place.
But the Rosette doll answer I love because of the it's not really for kids
course.
line.
Let's make it a cake to remember.
Oh, no, you're not. Are you trying to send Nanako-chan back to the hospital?
And now for depression.
Hello, this is Adachi.
Are you ready, Kevin? Strap in.
Calm and listen to me, okay? Nanako-chan's condition suddenly got worse. The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately. We'll be waiting.
Come on, let's go.
The fact that they play I'll Face Myself, another version, during this entire sequence of events, that's the part that gets me.
Doctor, this fog is poisonous, isn't it? Isn't it filled with viruses? They said so on TV. Isn't there a vaccine or something for it?
Calm down, please. That's just a rumor.
Don't tell me to calm down! You're lying! We know you have medicine for this! Are you just going to stand there and watch us die?
Why would we do something like that?
What a commotion.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Can't you see how much pain she's in?
All we can do right now is monitor her condition closely. Dojima-san, you need to return to your...
I don't give a damn about myself. Do something about Nanako.
Dojima-san!
Just save her. For God's sake, please save Nanako.
We'll do our best. I must ask you to step outside for the time being.
What, the vaccine line? Yeah.
Nanako.
Hey, can't you do something? This all has to do with the world you came from. Can't you figure something out?
I'm thinking, but...
Damn it! Why does this have to happen to a little girl like her? Me neither. This is all that bastard's fault.
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys still here?
How is Dojima-san doing?
His wound's opened up again. They're treating it over in his room now.
Any luck with your investigation on Namatame?
About that, I won't mince words here. We're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
What's that mean?
Pay
talked with the guys at
very
the
close
station,
attention
and
to
it'll be next to
everything
impossible to
Adachi
find a
says
guilty
during
report,
this.
especially given the reason why we took him off our list of suspects for the first case.
Oh yeah. Something about him having an alibi.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs, there's no way that'll stand up in court. No one would believe that. What the public wants is when, where, and how Namatame killed these people. And Dojima-san knows it.
Well, ain't you calm about this?
I'm just telling you the truth.
And you call yourself a cop? Huh? If you want to see that stuff so bad, we'll show you! Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
See, Kanji's finally being intelligent.
What the?
Is Nanako-chan's family here? Hurry inside. Please talk to her.
What the hell? What's going on?
No. Nanako-chan. Daddy.
Nanako-chan. Nanako-chan. Can you hear us? Do you understand what we're saying? Your big brother's here with you. Just hang in there. Where's Dojima-san?
We're calling for him right now.
How's Nanako?
Doctor.
This part is what I was talking about. The fact they play I'll face myself here is the part that fucks me up.
I'm scared. Big Bro. Dad and Annie.
Nanako! Nanako!
I'm sorry, sir.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana-chan.
I'm not gonna talk a whole lot during this part.
We did everything we could, but we still couldn't figure out what caused this.
Nanako-chan.
Dojima-san, what's with that look? Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Hmm? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way. Wait a sec. That's the way to...
Senpai! Senpai! Dojima-san might have gone after Namatame. Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
You transported him to the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's the suspect in the case!
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved. Huh? What do you mean?
Just tell us where he is already! Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him!
Kanji-kun, you don't mean...
Yeah, hold on. Just what are you guys talking about?
Cough it up! Where's his room?
Top floor in the second surgical ward. Furthest room back. But there's a police guard.
I was always watching over Nana-chan, and I still couldn't save her. It happened in my world. Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I still couldn't do anything.
Let go of me. I need to speak to him.
Like we said, without permission.
Permission? Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh? The hell with you all! Why is he still alive when Nanako's dead? Give me back Nanako! Give her back! She's all I have! She's... the only one in the world?
Call a doctor!
Let go of me. I need to...
Holy crap! Dojima-san! Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew that there's little to no chance Namatame would be convicted. Damn it. He killed Senpai. And now Nanako-chan. And the bastard's gonna walk away without paying for what he did.
That's not right! Why? Why is he the one that gets to go on living?
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
12 o'clock. Is it the Midnight Channel? Hey, isn't this...
I failed to save her. It's because you got in my way.
Another Namatame? How? The real one's right here, and we already beat his shadow.
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self. And we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
What the... I failed. But it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
What?
Is that what Namatame's really thinking? Then... he wasn't deranged or anything. He knew what he was doing.
To hell with the law. I won't ever forgive what you did.
This... please, stop! Huh? Stop what? We ain't even done anything yet. Or do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Do whatever you want. You hate me because the child died, don't you? I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me. But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions. Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time. Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
That's... but... What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Chie! Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But Yosuke...
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you think. What do you want to do, leader?
Okay, so this is the root split. You can either say that you're not going to stay here, and you'll get the bad ending. You can kill him, and you'll get the killer ending. Or you can repeatedly insist not to do it, and to wait. But, as everyone has just seen, this game makes it really, really tempting to fucking kill him. And when you do, it feels really good. So that's what I'm going to do. But I have multiple saves, so we'll get the other endings too, don't worry about it. But we're pushing the fucker in.
Yeah. We'll end this here and now.
Wait a second! Do you really understand what you're about to do?
It's the exact same thing Namatame's been doing. I hate the guy too, but you really want to go that far?
Is getting revenge the right thing to do? But if we don't do anything, he might... I don't know anymore.
Are you sure about this? You really mean it? There's no other way?
What about you guys? Remember, there's no need to stay if you don't want to.
I'll stay. Me too. I won't be the only one to walk out on this. I'd only suffer more that way. If this is what we've decided, I'll stick with it to the end.
Me too. No matter how we end it, I want to witness it.
I'm pretty sure everyone got the kill ending their first playthrough, unless they were specifically using a guide. Because, like, the game actively pushes for this ending.
Nanako-chan.
We avenged you, Nanako-chan, but I guess you wouldn't be too happy about that. You're such a kind girl. Hey, where's Teddy? Did he go home?
I'm going back to my own world. It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
The only part about this ending that's weird is that Teddy goes back to the Hollow Forest. Teddy would know that Namatame is in there. Teddy could find Namatame. It's probably explainable by the fact that Teddy wanted to kill him too, but when you think about it, that's a little weird that Teddy didn't, let Namatame out. You can see all the months of the golden ending pass by. You really do miss a lot of gameplay if you don't choose the golden ending. Like, 3rd Sem in P5R is 1 month. 3rd Sem in Persona 4 is like 3.
And now, a story on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook the town of Inaba. Police have released the identity of the suspect, who was confirmed dead after escaping the hospital as Taro Namatame. Ruling his death a suicide, the police have closed their investigation. However, police have yet to announce the cause of death for either the victims or the suspect himself. Several criminologists have raised questions over how his alleged crimes were committed. It seems that though this case has come to an official end, many of its mysteries will remain forever unsolved. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. Are you ready to go? Starting tomorrow, I'll be all by myself in this house. It's gonna be lonely. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me. Hey, if there was evil in the world that had to be dealt with, but no one would step up to see justice done, it might fall to the closest person at hand to bear the burden of punishing them, don't you think? Maybe so. Huh. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably
One
waiting
thing
at the
I
station.
really do like about this ending is that line implies that Dojima knows that Yu is the one who kills him and thanks him for it. Because even what we're going to find out with the Accomplice ending here in a minute, Namatame did kill Nanako. At least in this ending. So the fact that Dojima's thanking you for it is one of my favorite Dojima moments in this entire game.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
The L
Well, I'll
and
see ya.
period and the
You really
I and
helped us
L
out with lots of stuff.
and period didn't
Thanks,
show
partner.
up on my screen. But yeah, like, this is definitely a bad ending. You should feel bad for killing him. You literally did the same thing that it's implied he did, but the events leading up to this ending push it so hard, and you do get that satisfaction of, fuck you, you deserved this. And then it mostly makes you feel really bad once you get the other endings. Also, fun fact, this music that's playing is the final dungeon theme. Which I can't skip, okay. I thought I could skip this. So, Kevin, want to chat while we're reading the credits? Because I can't skip this. And the credits are long. Mason Hyodo. Hey, Hyodo, that's Persona 5 Striker's name. I do like that they used the final dungeon theme as the bad ending credits music. It fits really well. Amazon canceled your order of SMT5? Damn, I'm sorry. Why don't you get it digitally? That's what I did. Oh wait, I remember you saying your router was shit. Then again, if you're able to stream, it should be able to handle a game download. I have to count for delay, so every time he says something and I answer it, there's gonna be like a 20-second delay in between it. Maybe not that bad, maybe like 10 seconds. you are gonna do it digitally. It's a really good game. I enjoyed it. And apparently the patch that fixed the dungeon made it amazing. Be warned though, there are some bad FPS drops in that game. Like, in handheld mode it's actually not too bad, but docked, there's some bad fucking frame rate drops in some of the city areas. Are you gonna get the Demi-Fiend DLC? The Magatama DLC I actually don't recommend you get. They break the game completely. Like, you can over-level yourself so fucking easily with that, like, I went from level, I want to say 50 to, like, level 90 in the span of, like, 1 hour with the Magatama DLC. The only one that I would recommend is the Glory Magatama, because getting it without it is actually kind of a little annoying. You have to find giant statues and get them from that. You get like 5 glory every time you find one of the little rock boys. And you can get them occasionally from enemy drops. You know it, Demi-Fiend DLC, I'll get it. Good. Oh yeah, SMT5 has Koroks because it's an open world inspired by Xenoblade and Breath of the Wild. So there's little like Korok dudes, except they're little rock demons and they're fucking everywhere. And they all have unique faces and like facial expressions. And when you find them, they'll give you 5 glory, which is how you buy the skills that change how the game works, called miracles. You can also take them back to the shop owner and he'll give you like little set rewards every time you find a set number of them. I think it's like every 10. They're cute though. There's some really nice fan art of them on Twitter. Oh wow, Lotus Juice didn't do any of the lyrics. I thought he did. Must have only been in Persona 5 when he started doing the lyrics for songs. Because I know a lot of the P5 songs are actually credited to him writing the lyrics. Lotus Juice is the rapper who is in Persona 3's soundtrack. Like, Take Over, I believe, and I want to say Last Surprise were all written by Lotus Juice. I believe Invitation to Freedom was as well. Actually, almost all the songs in Persona Q2 were, now that I think about it. Because he did the battle themes for P3, P3 Portable, P5. I think the P4 battle theme, the boss theme, and the opening theme were all Lotus Juice. A goth bunny VTuber? Alright. The only VTuber I watch is Limes, because she's part of the Vine Sauce team, and I love the Vine Sauce team. I watch a bit of Nina My Inanis? Is that how it's pronounced? The Hololive Squid Girl, who draws a lot. I like to watch her art streams, but other than that, I don't really watch a lot of VTubers. Which is funny, because I have a VTuber model, I just can't use it. Alright, so, first ending done. Now we're going into Accomplice Ending. To speed things up, I'm going to skip through all of the dialogue that we just saw. I'm pretty sure in the PS Vita version of this, the like little TV like border actually comes out, and like you can see it turn all staticky as it fast forwards. But I might be thinking of P5 that does that. I remember one of the Persona games does. Hey, Violet is my name. Well, my handle.
Yeah, that white round shape's the best. A plush doll's the way to go.
All right, as soon as Nanako...
The only reason why I chose that one differently is just so you could see the actual, like, correct answer dialogue. That's 3 different Violets, you know? I've used Violet as my online handle for ages. Like, even before I was out as trans, I used Violet.
How am I supposed to stay calm at a time like this? Can't believe this is happening.
Nanako.
So since the Accomplice ending is halfway to the golden ending, I'm choosing the answers that are the correct ones here. The ones you're supposed to pick. And for those, I'm not fast-forwarding through the dialogue, so you can actually hear the difference.
Nanako-chan.
He says it's just a punk emo Moogle. But, yeah, the reason why I do Violet as a handle is because purple is my favorite color, and lavender was too hard and doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well. It's also my favorite scent, lavender.
I'm scared. Big Bro. Dad and Annie.
Second dose of depression.
Nanako! Nanako!
I'm sorry, sir.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana-chan.
So, while I'm fast-forwarding through this part, the Accomplice ending is actually my favorite ending in Persona 4, and it's specifically because of you. Like, why you, the character, the protagonist. Yu's shadow is a really interesting thing in Persona 4 as a series. In the base game, it's never mentioned at all. He never sees it, he never has to fight it. But it's shown up in almost every spin-off except for Persona 4 Dancing. And even in Persona 4 Dancing, you can technically make him show up as an Easter egg. But what Yu's shadow is that he cares about his friends and Nanako so much that he is willing to do anything to protect them. And what he considers his friend is a gameplay mechanic, the social links. Because what he goes through before the events of Persona 4 were super traumatic for him. He was literally alone. Like, maybe not quite dead inside like Makoto is before P3, but the Yu Narukami we see in Persona 4 is a very different person to the Yu Narukami we see, or we don't see, we only see it in flashbacks, before Persona 4. And it's his social links that are the reason for that. And the biggest thing about it, about the Accomplice ending, is outside of you confronting his own shadow, which does happen in the anime and in the Persona 4 Arena games, Yu's biggest weakness is the fact that he never wants to go back to being alone. So the Accomplice ending, who he has to forge a social link to get, him choosing to preserve that social link and keep all of his other social links together, even though it means going against everything he's done the entire game, is 100% in character for Yu Narukami. And that's why I love the Accomplice ending. It's a terrible ending, and well, it's a great ending, but it's the worst ending in the game, like, from a moral standpoint, even worse than killing Namatame. And you should feel horrible about picking it. But as a character, it's the one that Yu Narukami would be the most to pick at that point in the game. Most likely to pick.
I was scared, so I...
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
That's actually why his title in Persona 4 Arena is the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel. Literally every time Yu's shadow shows up in Arena and Ultimax, the entire dialogue surrounding it is about how much he wants to protect Nanako specifically, but also his various friends, and what triggers his shadow every time is someone talking ill about his
Perhaps
friends.
that's why we're seeing this now.
What the...
Or Nanako.
I failed, but it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
And it actually kind of makes sense why it would shift perspective from social links in general to Nanako specifically after the events of Persona 4 and everything that happens to Nanako.
To hell with the law! I will never forgive what you did!
This... Please, stop!
But you're about to see the Accomplice ending, so I'm gonna stop talking about it and spoiling it.
Do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Just remember the one letter that we got the first time, the one that you held on to. It's literally the key to the Accomplice ending.
I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me. But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions. Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time. Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
But...
What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Cheer! Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong!
For anyone curious, if you pick You Can't Be Here for this, it plays out the exact same way as the killer ending, except without the dialogue between you and Dojima.
Do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me.
But I don't know why
forgive this
anyone would ever pick that option unless
Before
they
we
just
do this,
wanted Namatame to
I wanna
die
hear
but
what you
didn't
think.
want the satisfaction
What do
of
you wanna
doing
do?
it themselves.
Leader. We don't have time to wait. If we don't do this now, the cops will come back. What are you trying to say? Something we don't know. What don't we know?
Namatame's true feelings.
But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV. What didn't you understand?
Something's still bothering me.
Well, what is it? I already told you there's no time to waste. Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
We're missing something.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer. Are we doing this or not? That's all I give a damn about right now.
Calm the hell down.
He's right. Let's all calm down for a second.
I'm perfectly calm.
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
Hey, let's all take a deep breath.
If you pick any of the other endings...
And seeing Dojima-san, we're not thinking straight right now.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things I love about the anime, by the way. Kevin says the anime starts doing the kill ending, but you has stopped. Yeah, that, like I said, the Accomplice ending and the kill ending are very in character for Yu Narukami as a protagonist, like as a character.
I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective. There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But, yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV. It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things. Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them. Though it
The
appears
two
he's in no
biggest
condition to
clues
do
that
so
we
at the
have at
moment.
this point is a line of dialogue that Adachi said
him right now
back
might not
when
solve all the
Namatame
things that are
first
bothering
kidnapped Nanako,
Damn it.
and the
But you
letter
gotta
that
remember
we
this.
got.
I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done. Anytime, anywhere.
And depending
anything.
which of those two things you pick,
Jeez.
that's
How the
whether
hell
you
can
get the
stay so
good,
calm, man?
well, the
Then
good,
again,
true, or
that's why
golden
you're our leader.
endings. Which I'm going for the golden out of
Alright.
those three, but there's not
Let's
a whole
go
lot
ahead
of
and think this
difference.
through as much as we need.
Or you get the
Leave any
Accomplice,
unanswered
if
questions
you
behind.
have enough.
Just be lying to ourselves.
If you have his social
Yeah,
link high
that
enough.
ain't gonna cut it.
If it's not at
All right,
6
I'm convinced.
by a certain point in the game,
Thank you.
you won't be
I'll
able to
think
do
as
the
hard as
Accomplice
I can
ending.
and try to help.
Similarly, if
We
you
all
don't
know
have
how you
Marie's
feel, Yosuke.
social link maxed
Come on,
before
we've
Nanako's
accomplished
dungeon,
this much
you won't
together,
be able to
haven't
do
we?
the golden ending.
Right.
But the only difference between the golden and the true is you get
Yeah.
the third Sam, an
Yeah,
extra
you're right.
dungeon, and
Sorry.
the golden epilogue.
And
And
thanks.
the good ending is different from the true in that you don't get the final dungeon. It ends when you catch the killer. So going for the golden just has the most content. Loki. Not to be confused with Persona 5 Loki. Even though Persona 5 Loki should be a fucking Fool Arcana because, goddammit, Dodchi has the wild card. This is the equivalent of when Seas becomes the Nyx Annihilation Squad.
Hey, you guys? What are you doing? You can't be in here.
Oh, crap!
We were keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san. If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation. And their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible. So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest. Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room. So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right? So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his
Yeah,
motive
I
for
have
killing
no idea
Natsu
who
would
that
be
is.
even more
They showed
inexplicable.
up in my stream the other
Namatame
day
and his
too,
wife were separated
and
at
said the
time.
exact same
Both
thing.
Misuzu Hiragi and
I think
himself
it's just a
testified
bot
that she
because
had
they never
discarded
responded
him.
to me.
Hiragi
If you're not a
also
bot, I
knew about
apologize, but
Yamano
I
beforehand,
said something to you
and
the other day and
Namatame
you
was
didn't
shocked
respond,
to hear
so...
of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano, although her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
That's because you're not very smart, Kanji.
Oh, this is so
No offense.
confusing!
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you. Please come with me immediately.
Huh? What's going on?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
Where am I?
You're about to become a resident of the Velvet Room.
Is this Teddy's world? This doesn't quite feel like it, though.
Technically it is.
Being at the hospital. That's right, Nana-chan.
Yeah, after like 3 days of trying to upload
I
it.
couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise.
It's fairly short, though. It's basically just getting to Kraid and then fighting Kraid, but Kraid's a fun boss.
That's it. I remember now.
Big ol' alligator boy.
It was true. Guys, Sensei, what should I do?
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
Huh? What did you just say?
So yeah, that's why you should feel bad for killing Namatame. If you kill Namatame or leave the room, Nanako stays dead. And
It's
other
very
endings,
rare to be resuscitated after one's heart
other
and
endings
lungs fail,
determine
but
how well she
it does
recovers, but she'll
Until I
only
know
come
why she
back to
collapsed in the
life
first place,
by
can't say
sparing
for
Namatame.
sure how well she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
Have I tried any Metroid
So
randomizers?
this isn't a
No,
joke?
but I want to.
You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan.
I think if I were to randomize any, it would be either Zero Mission or Super.
This is amazing.
Zero Mission is the one I'm most familiar with, but Super is the one that has like the most freedom of exploring the world out of order and shit.
What I was gonna do?
So Super is probably like gameplay wise the easiest to randomize. But I've never tried it. I want to though. I love Metroid. I love Metroidvanias. They're actually like the only kind of platformer I enjoy.
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird.
There's actually a theory that it's Teddy that brings Nanako back to life, but I won't go into that because it's never been confirmed. It's just fan speculation.
Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Oh, there you are. I forgot to tell you. Don't pull that again, okay? You can't just meet with the suspect like that. Anyway, I came to give you an update on Dojima-san. His wounds opened up a little, but he's treated now, and he's fast asleep.
No, you don't know that golden burst of snow. Yeah.
He'll be alright. Don't worry. Knowing him, by this time tomorrow, he'll be on his feet.
Speaking of snow, Gold Ending gives you the best theme, like, in the entire game.
I heard Nanako-chan's on the road to recovery
Snowflakes.
again.
It's my
You guys
favorite
were being so
daytime theme,
dramatic
like,
that
in
I
the
got really
entire
worried.
Persona
But
series.
this is good news. She'll be well again in no time. By the way, you're all alone.
It
at the
also
house
gives
now,
you the
right?
best version of I'll
Enjoy
Face
your
Myself.
freedom while you can. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan will be back soon after all. Well, I better head back. You go home too, before it gets too late. See ya.
So, rank 9 and rank 10 are the important one for Adachi.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save.
Michigan winters are brutal. The last two haven't been too bad, but I remember the year I moved here, it was like negative 40 degrees for like a week straight. And they were like lighting train tracks on fire and shit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a water bottle while the dialogue's playing. So I'll be back in just a second.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went. Oh, it's snow. Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog. I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home.
I also grabbed a snack, so I apologize if you guys can hear me chewing.
Don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
I like how Yumi is the only one who messaged me. Alright, I'm gonna save in the top two slots here, 4 and 5. That way we don't have to go through all that dialogue again, which is the reason why I chose the good answers. Kind of safe after planting the wheat. For anyone curious what I'm snacking on, they are the mini Starburst Chewies. I really like them, they're good.
Welcome. It's been quite some time. Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey.
I like to imagine it's Belladonna who's driving the limo.
Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery? Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle. That too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
You gave me the opportunity to start walking.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right, together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
That river analogy that Margaret just used is actually a good example of the whole timeline thing I was talking about the other day.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense, it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here. I guess
You
that's
should
all we
always
can do
listen
right
to the
now.
nose.
He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location.
Kevin's
We must
heading to bed.
hurry, or
Alright.
we will miss our only chance to get his
You'll be
perspective
able
on
to
this.
watch the rest of
I've been
this
thinking
up
about
on
the
my
case
channel
since,
later if you
but
want.
Something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet. Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai? If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, if he saves people by killing them, would he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV.
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so? Warning letter? Oh yeah! Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them. Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, don't rescue or kill?
Yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like, I'll put in and kill?
Hey, could this mean... Yeah, it's almost like someone else wrote this letter. But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So, Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Making progress.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan, but there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Wow!
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, and now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case, and to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are, but we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh? They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Huh? Me?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
What are you talking about? I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place. I have no idea. I want to know that too.
As I thought.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first, but now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story? All right.
Get ready for a lore dump.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again, and I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
The image becoming sharper line there, that's really important. For the true and golden
After
ending.
agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please! The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was gonna be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calm down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
Sorry about the background noise, doing a little thing.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Juness?
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I am to blame for all of this. I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's the plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
Seekers of truth getting that level up.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and
Sorry
Miss
if you guys
Yamano's
heard that. I was taking off my
and
jacket.
see if
Really
we can
hot
turn
in my
up fresh
apartment right now.
details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on, and you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can
Okay,
find
here
out
we
something
go.
about Teddy, too.
Gotta save again. 4 and 5. So naturally, to get the Accomplice ending, you have to figure out who the fucking killer is. Spoiler alert, it's Adachi. Which I think I actually mentioned on my first stream of this, but it's kind of blatantly obvious when you think about it. Dude slips up a bunch. So, yeah, for this you have to basically just talk to everyone in town. Poor Teddy. Nobody's suspicious. Nobody's suspicious. Is there anyone at the shrine? I can't remember. No, okay. Maybe I'm the killer. Wouldn't that be a twist for the ages? Don't think there's anyone at the high school. Nope. Oh yeah, you can just go home and end the day, and if you do, it gives you the bad ending. I'm not gonna do these side quests, I'm just making sure they don't have any dialogue. Yeah, I'll buy your seedlings. Okay. There should be a new NPC somewhere that I have to try and find to talk to.
I'm seriously pooped.
Alright, ending
This stuff's
time.
a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit. Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Oh, that sounds good right now. Fuck.
Ugh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much. So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't. But otherwise, the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Again, like I said, Adachi slips up a couple times if you're, paying attention. But yeah, it's Adachi.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this will help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
It's called your
Hey,
brain,
is it
bro.
snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it. What's the matter?
Yes, you can say Nanako is the culprit, but no, it's Adachi. Protecto Dachi. Senor Cabbage.
It looks like our only option is to stay patient and continue our investigation. But regardless, the fact remains that Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more like...
Lost in the fog.
It's lost in the fog.
I'm going...
It's the same letter from the kill ending. But this is slightly different from the bad ending, because you actually get to explore the final day. Sort of. So if you go home without seeing him, it's the same as the kill ending, except Namatame didn't die. He just got arrested. But we're going to go see Adachi.
Sorry, were you waiting long? Man, things have been so busy. I've been putting in a crazy amount of overtime. Well, anyway, what's with the sudden visit? Can I help you with something? Do what? Me? Kill Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi? What's this about? Are you serious? Oh, come on. Even if you're kidding, this is a pretty bad joke. Did you forget? You're the ones who brought Namatame in. Oh, I get it. You're still playing detective. Okay. Say I am the culprit. What did you come here to do? Convince me to turn myself in? So, what? Are you trying to blackmail me? Well, listen up. Unlike you, we police aren't made of time. We still haven't even cleaned up Namatame's mess. Besides, you don't have any proof that I did it.
You have the letter.
Well, are you gonna keep playing detective? You're on my side? Are you trying to be the hero or something? No, wait. You're saying you're on the killer's side, in front of a police officer. Do you understand what that means? I see. Wait here a sec. Do you remember this? It's the threatening letter that got sent to your house. I accidentally forgot to forward it over to forensics. I'm sure it was just a prank, but maybe it was connected to the murders. Who knows? This might be the piece of evidence that could turn this whole case upside down. The real killer wouldn't want the police to have this. But you're with me, right? So if I'm the real killer, and you're with me, then that makes you my partner in crime. Isn't that right? If I send this to forensics, they might pull some evidence off it. Maybe a clue to capturing the real killer. You, your friends, and Dojima-san have all been busting your asses for a whole year to solve this case. It's a damn shame that no one's caught the real killer yet. Well...
Again, this is a good ending because it fits Yu Narukami as a character, and that's why I like it.
You actually did it. Do you understand what you just did? You destroyed evidence. That's a crime, you know? Now, this little incident is covered up forever. All because of you.
And it's the police's duty to keep tabs on those who've committed crimes. If you get calls from this number, you better pick up. There's no use changing your number. Don't underestimate the Japanese police. It's easy to track you down.
And maxed out Adachi. I still find it funny that it says eyes to see the truth when you just, you know, destroyed the world, right, basically.
You want to find the truth without being swayed by the voices of society. But the truth is a sinister thing. It seems like something absolute, yet it exists in everyone's hearts. For you, this was the truth. Well, I'm going back, so be careful on your way home. The fog is getting thicker and thicker after all. Goodbye, partner.
Now, a follow-up report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last year. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first two murders. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow will see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me. There's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through all this. But the more I interrogate him, the more I start to question myself. Did Namatame really murder two people? I see. Sorry to ask out of the blue, I just wanted to hear your opinion. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping Inaba goes back to its usual quiet self and stays that way. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on.
And then this is more or less the same as the bad ending
You
cutscene.
really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring.
But there's
without
something
you
that
around
changes.
You will visit, won't you?
Well, I don't remember if it's before the credits or after the credits.
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
Again, this makes sense for you as a character, because in this ending, he gets to preserve everyone that's important to him. Nanako lives, his friends never find out, so the social links remain intact. He protected Adachi, who is a social link. It's not a good ending, it's morally monstrous, as the game makes very apparent. But from Yu Narukami, in regards to his shadow, the action to protect Adachi is the one that would make the most sense for you, because you never faced his shadow. Even in the anime, he doesn't face his shadow until significantly after the point when this takes place. In the anime, he doesn't even face his shadow until the final battle. And in Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax, they take place after Persona 4. And even then, it's not really his actual shadow. It's a recreation from a bunch of other shadows melded together, but it's still based off of what his actual shadow would be. So yeah, that's the reason why I like this ending, because it's believable for the character of Yu Narukami to pick this ending. It's also equally believable for him to pick the true ending, and the golden ending, which are what he canonically does. But the fact that there's even an argument to be made for why you would pick this ending is what I like about it. And not even just an argument to be made about why he would. An argument about why it's more in character for him to pick this one than the true ending. These credits are so long. That's the downside for doing 2 of them in a row. But, like I said, there's a little change that comes here. I guess it is after the credits, but it's not exactly the same ending that we just saw. These credits really are ridiculously long. You may be wondering, is there a point to doing Adachi's social link if you don't want to protect him? And the answer is actually yes, there is. By getting to the point where you could protect him, i.e. getting him to rank 6 before the cutoff, the true and golden endings actually change slightly. There is a new optional event that can trigger where you confront Adachi alone after telling everybody else that he's the culprit. And I am actually going to show you guys that scene as well. Even though this means this is another long-ass stream. Let's see how long it's been going for. 2 hours and 44 minutes. Oh boy. I'm fucking dying, so I'm gonna crack my window open. Even though it's fucking 3 a.m. in the middle of fucking winter. Not very much, just a little bit to help it cool down in here. After it's open for a few minutes, I'll close back up. It's 3 degrees outside right now. Oh hey, I apparently beat Final Fantasy VIII 2 years ago. Or 1 year ago, rather. And that's the Accomplice ending. It's implied that he left town without telling you about it, despite you being his new quote-unquote partner, and that's why he was upset. Alright. And now for golden ending. Well, I'm not going to do all of that, because that would, Jesus Christ, be like fucking 10 more hours, but I'll show you the changed scene that happens if you've gotten Adachi's social link to that point. Then after that, I think I'm gonna make myself some fucking ramen. That was concerning. Closed my window and I heard fucking something fall. Not sure what, but...
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports.
Standing
it's the
up
same
again.
reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
I feel that.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
I wonder if he knew Miss Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon, but I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him. Then, is it really Adachi-san?
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Level up!
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped. Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
What did you just say?
Put them all in? What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident, at the time I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder? Would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Adachi! Ah! Damn it! Adachi!
What the? I swear he ran this way. Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Where do you think?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
Rank 5. Gotta pop the save. There's dead yet.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here? I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am, but I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world. I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car, and then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself,
Weird audio pops.
I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered. But I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei, one day when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her I'm really sorry. Huh? Really? Nana-chan's. Wow. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei? Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now? But I don't know what to look for or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
Now I confuse hello. Hello is sort of like the weaker version of Lucifer. I mean, technically they're the same entity, but yeah. He's the angel side of Lucifer. I honestly don't care, because I never use you anyway, Teddy. As evidenced by the fact I'm like level 95 and you're level 30.
This is your place. It
Did I
doesn't
just skip a
seem
line?
like somewhere that
I did.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting. Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now, it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Makoto's still best guest. Literally the only one to have the universe arcana.
How did it go? Did you find Teddy?
No, and no one's seen him either.
Ugh, that annoying little furball. Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Whoa. Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before. What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here. I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen. I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddy came from too. Man, where is that bear anyway?
Well, I can say for sure he's not here. And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself. Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
This place. I see. I came back, but it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Teddy? It is you, Teddy. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there. I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Oh, hold on! I'll get the doctor!
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, hang in there.
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
That's where the theory that it was Teddy specifically who brought her back to life I mentioned earlier.
There are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown?
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown. Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do. I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
Teddy's persona evolving is one of the two that really annoys me. Because it's one that's, directly tied to the story, the other one being used.
Right.
But
I need to get back to
neither
the
of them are ever acknowledged as evolving later on,
Hang
like
in
the
there,
P3
Nana-chan.
cast. And
I'll
it
be
really
back
annoys
soon.
me.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location.
Rise-chan!
If only Teddy was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all, but he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense. It's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end.
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddy?
You little... Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad! You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Rise-chan, are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world. I wanted to tell you all.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yup. Just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us. And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all. I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place. And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyways? No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow.
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona. Doesn't it follow, then, that you must have developed an ego? Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddy's practically human then.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Thank you! I'm so glad I met you guys!
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right? You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a
I love that portrait for Naruto. I love it so much.
Senpai?
Hey, that's not something a detective would say. Or an idol, either. Geez, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball? Whoa! I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing. But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
Drink 6. Part of me just wants to fast forward through the rest of the dialogue so I can actually, like, get to sleep. Because it's almost 4 in the morning. But I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. Even if I'm regretting everything.
I'll give it a try, but if Risei-chan couldn't find him, I really doubt someone with a dried-up nose like me will be much help. I do smell a Dachi baby in here, but the fog is completely covering up his scent.
Teddy, you can't do it either?
When you look at me with those eyes, I get this feeling I've got to sniff him out no matter what! This is my time to shine! Ooh, I'm getting something!
Teddy?
Hey, quit wandering around. You better not flake out on us again.
Huh? I sense it from this away.
Is it Itachi?
How do I put it? It's kinda hazy, but at the same time, it feels like I've got a whopper on the line.
I don't get it.
Very suspicious. This definitely smells. But that's weird. If I remember right, that's where Sensei, Yosuke, and Chie-chan came from when I met them for the first time.
When we first... Where was that? Oh, you mean that creepy-ass room where all the faces on the posters were cut out?
Yep, there's someone there.
Teddy, you really are amazing.
It was just dumb luck. It's because that's where I first sensed Sensei and the others. That's why it kinda smelled over there.
Oh, I see.
Because where Yosuke pissed
Did
himself.
you say it smelled?
Wasn't that the room where Yosuke had to go to the bathroom and...
Huh? You're saying he peed his pants there?
Ew, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you lie so bad! Dude, I did not piss my pants! Chie, quit spreading random rumors about stuff like that.
Well, it happened so long ago, my memory's kind of fuzzy, you know?
Okay, guys, enough fuzziness. Follow me, the master of fuzzy logic.
I haven't heard you crack up in a while, Yukiko. Though I really wonder sometimes about your sense of humor.
Hey, don't question best girl. Never question best girl.
Damn bitch. I noticed her first, and she just had to run off and have an affair.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you guys. You're very persistent. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not lying your way out of this one, damn it! Just being here proves it! Answer us! You're the one who threw Ms. Yamano into the TV, aren't you?
It was an accident. She started struggling. What else was I supposed to do? I called her out to the lobby because I wanted to ask her something. And then she started getting hysterical on me.
Who are you? And what's this something important you called me out here for?
What they say on the news isn't true, is it? All that talk about you having an affair and whatnot? It's all a lie, right?
Why do I have to explain myself to you?
I see. So you don't deny it? You caught my eye, but it turns out you're another worthless bitch.
What's wrong with you? Don't make me call for help.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I think you need to see what it's like to fear for your life. It'll get your head straight.
What are you going to do? No.
She fell in. Wow, so people can go completely inside. Good thing for me, no one else was around there in the middle of the night.
That happened in our lobby?
I learned about the Midnight Channel through some rumor. You hear a lot of fishy stories like that on the force. But it was pure coincidence that I touched the screen and discovered my power. I burst out laughing when I found out. I knew right away that this was going to be interesting.
So you tested it out on Mayumi Yamano?
Nah, it was nothing like that. I'm a very sincere fellow. I was just trying to punish the stupid bitch a little for betraying me. Yeah, putting them inside the TV was never the plan. But you know, both Mayumi and that dippy high school girl struggled for no reason.
Then you were responsible for Saki-senpai's death!
Saki? Oh yeah, her name was Saki Konishi, or something like that. At first I just called her in because of work-related stuff. Her being the one who found Mayumi's body and all. And naturally, if there was any chance she'd seen something, I'd need to know, right? So I was all set to be a nice guy to her. And then that bitch.
What's this about anyways? Didn't you call me in for more questions?
Well, we'll get to that. But you know, I saw you this afternoon. You were getting pretty cozy with that Namatame. Huh. So I'm not good enough for you. Well, I know how to deal with girls like you.
No!
So yeah, he killed him because he's a fucking scumbag.
God, these high school girls today. This world's gone straight to shit. When I was in school, I wasn't allowed to do anything but study my ass off. I was supposed to be the best of the best, and instead they stick me in the boonies. But I guess I got the sweet power to make up for it. Life's not so bad after all. Get on your knees and beg, and maybe I'll let you out. Yeah, like that'll happen. As if I'd walk into a death trap like that. It was a lot easier the second time. High school girls are thinner, you know? Lighter.
You son of a bitch!
Come on, give me a break. I didn't know it was dangerous inside the TV. It's not like I was trying to kill them. I mean, I'm sure they hit on Namatame, not the other way around. A council secretary will one day rise to public office himself. Mayumi and that high schooler were just gold digging. They got exactly what they deserved. I didn't do anything wrong at all.
Shut the hell up! You knew from what happened to Mayumi Yamano that people die in here!
So what if I knew? Nah, he called the police in the middle of the night, just after they found that Saki girl's body. The rest of the force had their hands full with the double homicide, and it happened that I was the one who took the call.
Namatame said the police refused to take him seriously. You were responsible for that then.
Oh, quite the contrary. If anyone else had taken the call, sure. But I actually did believe him, you know?
That's the pattern to the 2 deaths so far? And now you're seeing a girl in a kimono on that weird program, and you think she'll die too, is that right? Namatame-san, do you seriously expect us to believe something like that?
But it's true! If there's any way the police can protect her...
Listen, there's no way the police are going to make a move based on a fantasy story like that. It does sound interesting, though.
But...
Oh, I have an idea. If you really want to save her that much, Why not do it yourself? Like, you could shelter her somewhere. Someplace where no one could find her.
Where no one could find her?
Save her yourself. You can do it. I'm busy, so I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Isn't that amazing? Of all the people who could have received Namatami's call, it ended up being me. Talk about luck! All I did was give him a little push, and he completely bought into his vision of this world. The more people you guys saved, the more he'd kidnap. Both sides had the best of intentions, so the game of cat and mouse would never end. It was awesome.
You gotta be shitting me!
Why? What reasons could you have for doing that?
Reasons? None, really. I could do it, that's all. And it was fun. I guess that's my reason?
You murdered people just for the fun of it?
Come on. All I did was put people in here. I didn't murder them. And Namatame did most of it. I had nothing to do with any of you.
You're just dodging the blame!
Yeah? Then how would you prove it? He put people inside TVs? You think the police are that stupid?
What a jerkwad!
I do admit, though, I never thought you guys would manage to track me down. I like that. Games like this gotta have surprises or they get boring fast. It's like when I dealt with that Kubo kid. That was fun, too.
Then, you mean to say that Mitsuo Kubo's disappearance was your doing as well? I did sense something odd in his course of action. If he had special powers and wanted attention, why resort to a regular copycat crime? But that wasn't the case. Kubo had no such powers. In fact, he was thrown in by you. Am I correct?
It had been a while since I last put someone inside the TV, so I really got a kick out of that one.
Why did you do that? And how come Mitsuo didn't say anything about you?
You think that didn't occur to me before I did it? Come on, I'm a detective. I led him through to a room at the station with the TV, switched off the lights, and did it quick while he was still startled. As long as he didn't see me push him in and no one else did either, no one would believe him, even if he survived. Of course, I don't think the Kubo kid ever figured out what happened.
Wait, the police station?
Yeah, he turned himself in pretty quick, actually. This was back when we didn't even know enough to issue a search warrant. But the other officers decided it was just a prank, so they pawned him off on me. I didn't blame them. I mean, a kid coming and saying, "I did it all, it was me." Who'd believe him? But it looked bad. I didn't think anyone would come forward and take the blame for all the incidents. The police were desperate to pin it on anyone. If this kid really did it, they might have announced the case was closed. And if that happened, Namatame would stop saving people. I couldn't let that happen, or the game would be over. That's why I told the others I sent him home. I came up with the idea to put him inside the TV on the spot.
The game would be over? You threw him in just so your fun wouldn't end?
You gotta have some excitement in life, don't you agree? But then you guys put your foot in it yet again and ruined my fun. Thanks to you, Kubo was arrested again, and everyone acted like he was the true culprit behind it all. Couldn't they see how badly he copied the crime scene? It worked out in the end, though, because good old Namatame kept saving people. I guess the guy started to develop some kind of messiah complex, huh? What an idiot.
This is all a game to you. How dare you murder people? Murder Saki-senpai for such a stupid reason! You bastard! I'll never forgive you!
You can keep your forgiveness. Our world will probably become just like this place soon enough anyways. Didn't you notice? The fog's leaking out. Everything on that side's pretty much screwed. The two worlds will merge soon, and then there'll be no difference, no sides anymore.
What the hell's he talking about?
This isn't his real body. The real Adachi is somewhere else.
But this guy feels different from an ordinary shadow. It doesn't seem like he's going berserk.
Wow, you can tell that much? This me is just around to greet you guys, and thank you for wasting your time by chasing me in here. I'd say this world has taken a real shine to me. I feel like it's giving me everything I've ever wanted. And the monsters don't attack me at all. Maybe they can tell we have the same goal.
The Shadow's goal?
By the end of the year, Inaba will disappear completely into the fog. Soon, this place will be reality. I'll be in this world, so if you want me, come and get me. This world has a mind of its own. We'll see which of us it favors.
Keep your bullshit to yourself. It's about time you shut the hell up. We'll finish this right now!
What a chump! Didn't I just tell you the real me is somewhere else? I'll be expecting you all. We'll put an end to this.
Get back here!
So yeah, all of Adachi's powers there that aren't like normal users, that's all Nyarlathotep's influence, specifically through Izanami. But yeah, the fact that the Shadows like him and consider him their ally, that's Nyarl's. That's
It
it.
felt like he's gained some strong power after coming here.
Not only that, maybe he got taken over by that power.
So what he said about the two worlds becoming one, that's really gonna happen?
Didn't he say that it would happen by the end of this year? What happens then?
I think he means this world will engulf the human world. The people in town are acting weird. It's like when the shadows that emerged from people went berserk. If the fog gets even thicker, and this town is completely shut off from the outside world, then the other side might become full of shadows, like over here.
You mean everyone's gonna turn into shadows?
Damn it! Damn that bastard! Why? We went through so much to get here, and now it turns out he was pulling our strings this whole time? Yeah. It's about time we finish this. I don't want to feel this way ever again.
There's a path we can take now. I sense Adachi's presence from that direction. He's taunting us.
Bring it on! Let's go kick his ass right now!
Wait. I suggest we prepare ourselves first. We can't let him stab us in the back ever again. We must face him with all the power at our disposal and defeat him without fail.
I'm a little worried what he means by the end of the year. But now's not the time to freak out. Let's get prepared. Let's get over-prepared and leave footprints all over his stupid, smug face!
Green Gate.
Senpai, please don't go on alone. I understand that it must hurt, since you seem to have a personal relationship with him.
Maybe that's why. I feel a presence kind of like yours up ahead. He might be calling to you. Wait, never mind. Forget I said that. We're all going together, okay?
Promise us.
So that's the first half of the changed event, is that dialogue there. But the second half comes here.
He might be calling to you. We're all going together, okay?
Promise us.
There's the moose sign again.
this is a problem. Why didn't you bring the rest of them? You're such a party pooper. You couldn't even bring your wannabe detective friend? To what? Change my mind? Don't kid yourself. Your whole gang should be here. You know, work together, beat the bad guy. Friendship, effort, victory. You guys love that stuff. Oh, really? Just what was it about me that made you want to believe in me so bad? Well, I don't have anything to say to you. If crimes could be solved by appealing to morality, we wouldn't need the police. The person you believed in was a version of me who only existed in your head. You decided on your own to believe in me, and that decision betrayed you. Why complain about it to me? You say the dumbest shit. It's people like you who come to me alone, naively thinking you can turn me around, that piss me off the most. What do you think will happen if I shoot you? You're right. That's all it would be. Do you get it now? We're done talking. I won't miss next time. Want me to let you choose? You can go back to your friends and bring them all here. Or you can die now. I guess regular revenge is boring, though. Let me see where your detective work takes you. It's always good for a laugh. You're so persistent. Look at all that youthful vigor you've got. Come on, leader. Bring all your friends back here. Well, bye-bye.
Welcome back. I told you not to go alone, though I knew you would anyway. It's okay. I understand. I'll keep it a secret from the others, and I won't ask about Adachi for now. But come on, you should trust us more. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. Attention, customers, it is now closing time. Please visit us again tomorrow.
Alright. And that's the changed ending. Well, not ending, but changed series of events. Oh, the fucking fog filter looks so scummy. I'm gonna get to a save point, then I'm going to save, end the stream, and hopefully get to fucking sleep. Alright. Thank you guys for watching another ridiculously long stream. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good night. I will see you later.